Welcome Kenyon ISD teachers and staff to the Google Hangouts training. We know that several of you are wanting to use Zoom.com as your platform for video conferencing with your students. However, as a district, we are asking everybody to now use Google Hangouts as your video platform for video conferencing with your students. The reason we are asking you to do this is for safety features. Remember, anything that we put on Zoom on our public domain people have access to outside. So if I put my Zoom link and it's on my lesson plan, anybody in the public can get into my lesson plan, click on that Zoom meeting, and now they have access to your meeting with you and your students. We have had other districts have had things happen with that. And so in order to prevent that from happening, we want to keep our staff and our students safe. We're moving to Google Hangouts, which has a great feature to keep the public from coming into our meetings and to make sure that they are private for the safety of all. And the way that we're going to do that is by using Google Meet. And I'm going to show you those features as we go through the training. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to use your search box to go to meet.google.com. As you type this in, you want to make sure that it is not adding a 10-letter code out beside there in your search box, because if it does, that's opening you up into a meeting that's already there. So you want to make sure it's just meet.google.com. And when you click enter, it should take you to the main page with a fresh conversation. So what you want to do is you want to click join or start a meeting. And this is where you're going to put your nickname. To keep people from using nicknames that have already been used in Kenyon ISD, we are going to use the format of your school initials dash last name. So if I was Arden Road Elementary, I would choose AR-Norton. If I was Kenyon High School, I would use CHS-Norton. We're going to pretend we're from City View, so I'm just going to use CTY for City View -Norton as my code. I'm going to click continue. When I click continue, you can see that my camera will begin starting up. My microphone will come on. It's showing you my code right here, and it's saying that no one else is here. So once you're ready, you can go ahead and click join now. It gives it a second for your camera and your mic to start, but a box will pop up with the meeting nickname, and this is what you want to share with your students. So on your public platform, whether it be your lesson plan page or wherever you're sharing it with your parents and your students, you will have them go to a link, meet.google.com, create a hyperlink for that. So when they click on it, it takes them there, and then give them the code that you've created for your classroom. Once you do that, even if they are in the public domain, if they click on it, they will not be able to join the meeting. And the reason is, in order to use a nickname Google Hangout, you must be part of the Kenyon ISD family. So remember, you might want to tell your students and your teachers that they must be logged into their Kenyon staff account or Kenyon student account in order to gain access. All right, we are not going to invite any other people because, again, it gives you that 10-letter code, and we don't want to share that out with anybody through public domain because it allows them access. We're using the nickname, which keeps them from it, so I'm going to close that box out. Now, I do have Marcy here, and she's going to join our meeting. And since she's joining our meeting here, I just wanted to show you that as you add students, they're there. Okay, so we now have somebody in our classroom. And we have some different toolboxes that I'm going to walk you through. The first toolbox is up here at the very top. If you click where the people are, you can have, it shows you everybody in the class. It says my name and it says Marcy's name, and we're there. A second thing that it has is it has your video of what it looks like when you're there. If you click that, that will pin you so that you can see, your students can see you as you're talking with them. So it's always a good idea to pin yourself by clicking on that. If somebody else in the classroom is talking, you can always pin them by going to people, choosing them, and that will pin them on the video screen. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to pinning myself. Now, the second feature that is great is our chat feature. And this is great for your students who do want to be a part, but they don't want you having the camera on to see in their house, or they don't want you hearing themselves on the mic because of privacy issues. And that's great because this chat feature allows them to get on to still see you. We can't hear them, we can't see them, but they can still participate by chat. You can see how Marcy typed, I have a question. So now you can talk to them through that chat feature and answer that question for them. All right, So once I close that out, we do have some other features that we wanted to show you. Number one, you have your microphone here. That's where you can show students to mute themselves if they need to. Also, you have the phone. That's how they hang up and get out of the meeting. And just a tip, you want to make sure that all of your students are out of the meeting before you close it yourself. Also, it has the camera where they can turn off their camera. So please show your students how to use those features. Also down here, you have this really cool button that says turn on closed captioning. And what that does is as you're talking, it will begin typing text. For those students, if they have trouble with hearing, they can see what you're typing in your text. Now, it's hard to see right now because my menu box is up, but you can eventually see those words come along the bottom. You can turn that off again by clicking on that menu. You also have a present now feature. If you present now, you will click the present now button. You can choose your entire screen. And one of the things that you need to know, when you choose your entire screen, you will need to choose the screen and then click share. When you click share, it will let you know and prompt you as a teacher that you are now sharing your screen. You'll see at bottom, meetgoogle.com is sharing your screen. And when you're ready to stop sharing, click stop sharing. Once you stop sharing, it'll bring you back to the video and the kids can see your face once again. You also have a more menu over here to the right. This is where you can record your meeting, but let me caution you. If you record your meeting, you'll notice that we can see Marcy's face and Marcy's name over here in the top left-hand corner. Remember, if we give any information of our student's face and their name, and we're putting that to social media or any public platform, that we have just broken FERPA rules. So make sure if you're recording your meeting, you cannot see student names or faces. So my advice to you is this. I would not record any meeting with our students. If you want to record a lesson using Google Meet, you can do so, or they can see you. You can share your screen, and then you can share that link out where they can watch it. A great thing about Google Meets is this. If you do any type of recording, when you're done, you hit stop recording in the same place. This will turn into stop recording. It will save a copy of your video directly to your drive, and it creates a folder in your drive called Meet Recording. So look alphabetically, you'll have a folder appear there called Meet Recording. Open that, and that's your file that you can now share out with your students. You can change the layout of your screen and how that looks here. You can make your screen go full for your students or for yourself. You can switch the camera. You can turn on closed captioning. And your settings here is for your camera choice and your mic. So if for some reason you get on there and your camera's not working, or your microphone's not working, or your speakers are not working, choose the drop-down boxes and make sure you choose the one that you're using. You can switch the video to make sure that you have the right camera, and then click done to exit that menu. Okay, the next thing that you have is you can have a phone for audio. If for some reason your phone or your microphone's not picking up, you can use a phone for that. Choose the phone number and use your phone for your audio device. So you also have that. Guys, that is the tools for Google Hangout. You will find those of you that are using Zoom, it has a lot of the same features as Zoom, and is just as easy to use. I hope that you find that Google Hangouts is great, that it's compatible with what you're wanting to do, and that it is an easy switch for your kids. Again, remember, your kids are still having to go to Zoom. They're still having to put in a code to join those Zoom meetings. So this is going to make it a lot safer for our students. And so we do apologize for asking you not to use Zoom, but we really do feel like it's a safer option for our students and our staff if we use Google Hangouts. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at my email address, or you can contact me through the chat feature on our website, or however you want to do that. Everybody have a great day.